Alrighty, says we are live. Hopefully, I can trust it. Most times I have to. But anyway, hello, welcome. Welcome back on the last day of the quarter. As you can see, I have peeled off almost all of my stickies. I have a few stickies up here that are specific to like pretty much year-long YouTube goals, I guess. Just kind of keep them up there as a reminder. And then like right over here, I have some things that I'm saving and budgeting for. Things that I want, not things that I need, just things that I want. Usually technology things. So like there's an iPad up there, whatever. But so things that may not happen this quarter, but I want to keep them up there anyway. Anyway, so yeah, so today's the last day of the quarter. I definitely did not achieve everything that I wanted to in quarter two by a long shot. So I'm trying to decide if I want to be ambitious for quarter three, if I want to be a little bit more realistic, and sort of try and gauge what I can truly get done. So yeah, so there is that. I am looking for a new job. Post office is definitely not it. I have had round one interview with my local university. And then the person that's in charge of this particular hiring committee is now on vacation. They will be back on the 10th. And so I'm really hoping that this is going to be the one that gets me into UGA as a staff member. So yeah. So I have been, I had been slogging through trying to keep the post office work going, but I couldn't. So I did resign from the post office. So I am trying to be a little bit more like budgeting in the meantime, but I am definitely still looking for something that is going to actually work for me. And apparently, like, the post office is definitely not it for me. Too much chaos for me that I could not like control or ameliorate in any way, shape, or form. Plus, it is a very physically demanding job, and I am obviously not the most physically in shape person, I guess. But anyway, so I have some positive outlooks for the future in terms of like job and career. At least that's what we're headed for. That's what we're manifesting. That's what we're praying for. That's what we're good vibes only type of thing. Successful good vibes only. I've also, I was contemplating getting a new hobby of like making polymer earrings. Polymer clay earrings, because let me show you this lady's Instagram. I think I've shown you before, but anyway, we're just going to chat for a few minutes before we get to streamy goodness. Anyway, so there's a lady called, I think her name is Grace, because her account is Gracing You with Art on Instagram, and also on Etsy, because she runs an Etsy shop. Anyway, she makes landscapes out of polymer clay, and they are absolutely stunning, like fantastic, stunning. And she's got videos of some of her process and making the frames for them and things, and they are gorgeous. Anyway, so she has like one drop a month on Etsy. And it's really hard to get anything of hers, and they are priced as well, because they are pieces of art, so they are priced a little bit more expensive than like the normal cheapo earring. And I'm like, I want to budget for this, but also could I make something like a quarter this good? And then I started looking at like, what would it cost just to like get started with this hobby? One, you need the clay, you need something to roll it out with. I have seen most of them, most of the people who make polymer earrings professionally um, use like a pasta maker to like get the gradient or get them to like the particular thinness. But anyway, so you would need several things to get started. And so by the time that I would, one, get all the things that I need, and two, practice to be any sort of decent at it, then I would spend probably about as much as one of her earrings. Um, so I decided not to start a new hobby. Instead, I turned back to my yarn because I had bought a whole bunch of yarn when I was like, I'm going to crochet stuff. So I think I had shown y'all my second ever crochet project, which was the little dino. And he turned out pretty good. First one definitely did not. He looked a little drunken and askew, but this one turned out pretty good. And then I was like, yeah, let me see if I can like make some other things. And so I was looking for some easy beginner patterns. And so they had a little octopus with the like little ruffle tentacles. And I was like, this doesn't look like a real octopus, like not really. So, we need to make the tentacles a little bit better. So I made same body pattern, but I searched up a different tentacle situation. So they're very curly. They curl on their own, and they sort of like spring back. So this one was cute. And then I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could make a starfish. So I started looking for a star pattern. And I found one, but like obviously giant hole. And also the pattern has sort of like holes in them. So this one is not good for like amigurumis for stuffed animal plushies, but like a little hat for the octopus maybe. Or you could use this as a coaster. I don't know. So I started a new starfish pattern. It's not done yet, so I have to like make the body for this side and stuff it. But I think this one will be a much more acceptable starfish in terms of like stuffed animals thing. But anyway, so I'm continuing with a hobby that I already had supplies for instead of getting supplies for a new hobby. But I'm still very tempted by the polymer clay kits, like very tempted. And I'm just trying to talk myself into like just continuing to use my yarn and look for really cute crochet things that I could make myself instead of going down the beautiful polymer clay situation. Yeah. So, and in the meantime, because that doesn't require like a huge amount of like brain power in some ways. Some ways it does, in some ways it doesn't. You do have to know how to count, which is questionable when I am tired. But yeah, so in the meantime, looking for appropriate jobs, applying for them. Diablo 3 when I get frustrated, or Diablo 4, excuse me, when I get frustrated and need to bop some monsters, and crochet when I just like need some quiet time. So not a whole lot of writing has been done in the past however long it's been since I got the post office job, which I think was essentially like the whole of the quarter. See, I applied in February, got it at the end of mid-March, started the process of that. So yeah, April, May, and June all were taken up by the post office. Like I did very, very little writing during that quarter. So yeah, anyway, but like the whole thing about that I still have a whole lot of financial anxiety when I don't have a steady income still applies. So yeah, I need a day job. That's like, my mind is certain about that. I need a day job at least until I have, several books out and income coming in regularly from those. So there is that. And Rachel says, Jules, happy dance. Yay! I'm glad to see y'all too. And welcome, Rachel. And Stacy says, good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. And Monique is here. Hey, everyone. Hello. And Stacy says, I'm going to spend much of the stream cleaning up my office for camp and setting up stuff for your documents. Yes, I cleaned and decluttered a good bit of my room. And as you can see, like the background has kind of changed. There's less stuff on my shelves. Not a whole lot less, but less. And also, you can barely tell, but I got rid of, or I am donating 8 notebooks that were either not used at all, or I could just like cut out 2 pages and then donate them. And then I also just had to trash some that I wasn't going to keep that were like mostly used. Like except for a couple pages and stuff. So yeah, so it doesn't look like there's much of a difference on my journal shelf back here, but yeah, decluttering did happen. So I get this. Yeah, cleaning your space and getting your mind right for camp, especially. Are y'all doing camp this year? Let me do the polly thing. So are you participating in Camp July? That way we can see sort of like percentage-wise who is going to be doing. I haven't even looked up to see what the if the camp like logos and things have changed. I think they stay the same for both camps during the year, don't they? Monique says, my current progress, currently outlining the next chapter of your fanfic, playing the new Pokemon Snap, and on chapter 23 out of 35 of your YA urban fantasy. Nice. Excellent. Some good progress there. CB says, hello. You've got dinner in the oven. Excellent. Baked macaroni and cheese, similar to the way your grandmother used to make it. Nice. Sometimes grandma's recipes are like the best thing. So, which is also, is it Dylan B. Hollis has the channel and now a cookbook where he tries out vintage and antique recipes. It's fantastic. Rachel says, I am reprocessing my Kindle Vella into smaller episodes, and then you can get your weekly articles done. Nice. CB says, I've just started redrafting book 1 again, and I'm going to get the macaroni out of the oven. Be right back. Excellent. Cool Gamer says, hey, hello. Monique says, love the hair today. Thank you. It's finally like looking longer. So finally growing again. But thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so be both ambitious and realistic. Be realistic with a couple of stretch goals. Ooh, I like this. Yeah. This may be the way that I have to go about it because there's so much unknown about when you're applying for jobs, how much time you'll have, because you don't necessarily know when things will happen and when things will move in terms of day jobs. Moso Campo Monique says, I'm trying to find new work myself. Yep. Stacy says, I need to find a job, though I am going to wait until summer is over because of the kids, right? Then it's some extra time to figure out what to do with your special needs child next summer. Gotcha. Okay. I keep hearing about people that have like multiple remote jobs, like full-time remote jobs. And I'm like, I don't understand how this works. And it must be something that oftentimes when they reveal what they do for remote work, oftentimes it's something to do with IT, like software engineering, stuff like that. And so I'm like, I would have to go back to school and get a degree for those. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. But if you find out the secret for a remote job, then that might be the thing. I don't know. CB says the macaroni is good, but it would definitely taste better tomorrow. Ah, yes. Sort of like let it marinate in the flavors. Yes. You still can't crochet. This has been the first time that I've actually done it because the last time that I tried to do it in terms of like years ago, I got very frustrated. So sometimes it helps to try again. Rosalind says, hello. Hello. They are very cute. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Monique says, the past couple of weeks has been a struggle. in terms of your progress. You were stuck on one chapter. That's the hardest thing, is like there's something about the chapter that you can't quite figure out. And maybe it's the pacing, maybe it's the structure, maybe it's the actual events, whether or not you actually need them or you need something different. But yeah, it sucks when you get stuck on a chapter. CB says, adding a tiny bit of pasta water to the cheese sauce, not only to make the sauce smoother, but also thickens it up. Yeah, because it's the starch in there and makes it go a little further. Yes. Monique is going to be doing camp because you got to finish this novel, Hell or High Water. Yep. Yeah. It's going to be delicious tomorrow. Excellent. I'm glad. Stacy is doing camp, but you're doing the project that you started April 2022 that you kept pushing off. Gotcha. Okay. Ty says, hi. Hello. Welcome. And CB says they usually do stay the same, I think, in terms of the images for camp. You are doing camp as well. You're rewriting book 2 of Stark for President because you fudged the contents page. Oh no. CB says, be right back, getting more macaroni. Mama Maggie, hello. Just got the notification, but you can't stay. Oh no, but we're glad you stopped by. The eldest brought home bed bugs from her latest pet sitting job. Oh no. And even though she washed everything when she got home the other day, they're in her room. Oh no. Oh. You used the remaining travel can of BB spray that you had left over from last vacation, and now you need to get laundry treated. Oh, that stinks. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just trying to think of all the different ways that I have heard to kill bed bugs. And one of the ways, of course, because we live in the South and it gets extremely hot in the summer, is just to put all your linens in the black garbage bags and leave them outside for a couple days, tied shut, of course. But that doesn't necessarily address like carpets and everywhere else in the house that they might be. So, good luck. I hope that you can get them all really quickly and not have it be a long drawn out thing. But that sucks. Maya says, I wasn't going to do camp, but now you're thinking about it. That's the thing, is Nano always sort of like sucks you in because of everybody who's so excited about it. You're like, oh, maybe I do want to do this. It is an infectious but also impulsive thing sometimes. Rosalind says, my son brought home scarlet fever from camp. What? Oh no. Oh goodness. Mom Maggie says, oh no. Maya says, scarlet fever, ? Goodness gracious. The only thing I really know about, and this shows you how like woefully not I'm not real versed in the medical stuff, and as well as since I don't have kids, I don't deal with that a whole lot. And since my sister-in-law is a doctor, so she just kind of like handles what happens with the nephews. I didn't know scarlet fever was still a thing. I always thought it was something that was like relegated to the like way back times, because I'd only ever read about it. So I thought it was like one of those things, but I don't know. It could become one of those things that like, like smallpox and everything else, like we think we've conquered it because of vaccines, and then some unvaccinated person decides, so, but anyway, so that shows my lack of medical knowledge and the fact that I did not know scarlet fever was still a thing. CB says scarlet fever can be so scary. Okay, so yeah. Oh, ER visits and 2 weeks of bed rest. Wow. That is, wow. Yikes. Mom Maggie says, I was planning to get ready for your lunch. Oh no. Nano is so tempting. You're also starting to post videos again, so it could be a good thing to do vlogs with it. True. Yes. CB says 2 of my older friends from dance class had scarlet fever when you were 14. Okay, so apparently it's not something that has been relegated to the depths of time. Maya says, I forgot how long it takes to upload. Oh, it takes forever to upload videos. Forever. Oh, Maya, when you think scarlet fever, you think of the Velveteen Rabbit. It just makes it extra sad. Oh, my, you are not wrong there. You are absolutely not wrong. Mama Maggie says, how to become a crazy cat lady to survive the zompocalypse is going live tomorrow for your friend's birthday. Excellent. Okay, so there was a resurgence in the 90s. Okay, and apparently now as well. So that's scary. Maya has Googled. Scarlet fever is less common now than it was in the past, but outbreaks still occur. The bacteria that causes strep throat is also responsible for scarlet fever. It can be successfully treated with antibiotics. Primary symptoms are rash, sore throat, and a fever, which sounds very much like some of the other ailments. So it's kind of hard to tell when it becomes one thing over the other, right? Rosalind says, well, the good news is that it's not going to kill him tomorrow because of medication. Fantastic. That's good. Scarlet fever is a strep type of bacterium. Sadly, no vaccine. Gotcha. But the antibiotics do help, I'm sure. So this is where Maya commented about the Velveteen. That is such a sad children's story. Monique says, my reward after these sprints is to post on social media. It's been a while, and then you get to do more Pokemon Snap. Apparently you can now eat the Pokemon. CB says, my grandmother had scarlet fever when she was a teen, which would have been 1936. Yeah, see, that was more of like the timing that I was thinking. That and older, because doesn't one of the Little Women in the story Little Women, doesn't one of the girls get scarlet fever? I'm thinking that's why, for whatever reason, that's the scenario that's playing out in my brain, which is why I was like, oh, it's like in the way back times. Subi says, I've never read The Velveteen Rabbit. Well, it's sad, so if you want to cry, it's a good place to start. But if you don't want to cry, maybe don't read it. You have read and watched several versions of Little Women. So Beth, yes. Okay. I was not crazy for that. Maya says antibiotics have changed the game. There's this older TV show called Sliders where they go in alternate universes. One is where antibiotics were never invented and the consequences are insane. Yeah. I mean, we did have some sort of, I want to say, like experiential learning, circumstantial learning, and that, when the chicken pox is going around, if one of the kids gets it, like all the parents in the neighborhood, like take their kid to visit, because if you are healthy and you get it, you have a higher chance. If you're healthy and young and you get it, you have a higher chance of surviving than if you are already sick and compromised. So that, like, they have some sort of like humans do notice things, over time, eventually, sometimes, although, some of our current situations seem to be sliding backwards. It's also confirmed the type of COVID that you caught at the beginning of the month was the new variant. Oh no, Arcturus. Cough, loss of taste and smell, sinusitis, and pink eye with that one. Oh, see, that's interesting, because my aunt and uncle got real sick at the end of May, beginning of June, and had pink eye. And it was, my uncle is now retired. It was right after his retirement from being an elementary school teacher, and he never got pink eye while he was teaching, but right after he retired is when he got it. So I wonder if they got this variant and just I don't know. But I'm glad you're better too. Yes. Monique says got to the tortilla chips. Ready for a card and sprinting. Yes, we need to do a sprint soon. Mama Maggie remembers the Sliders show. Maya says Sliders is so underrated. Okay. Alrighty. She catches it from the Hummel children, but I think she dies of heart failure. Oh, in terms of Little Women. Brain. Why? Why does my brain not want to learn today? Quantum Leap as well. Yes, you think they kind of try to do that with Strangers 2 with the multiverse. Oh, show the different possible paths. Yes. Ancient Greeks used to put sulfur powder harvested from volcanic vents on wounds, but the knowledge was lost during the Roman Empire. Ah, okay. Your parents tried to do that with your brother, and when you got the chickenpox last day of kindergarten, he did not get it. Chickenpox party. Yeah. People tried doing that with the panini, and you're like, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. And so, okay, some of the home tests don't detect the new variant. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I think it's going to be a thing that continues to be a problem for a while. Anyway, all right, so our card for the day is the Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power. So perhaps this is talking about as we are facing quarter 3, as we are facing the second half of 2023, as you are facing whatever dilemma it is that you are having with your writing. So reclaim your power. Here's our Panther. It takes courage to face challenges, and right now, the Panther Spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might. Have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully. Expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a newer, braver, bolder self. The Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to that first courageous act towards reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this, so be bold. So again, here is our Panther Spirit. Let me see if I can find my half sheet to give it a white background so it focuses a little bit better. There we go. There's our Panther. So now I might need the white sheet for myself. I don't know. There we go. It works sometimes. Okay, so that is our animal for the day. Perhaps our vibe. Talking about Romans and Greeks were very advanced. Things went backwards after that for a while. Romans had irrigation for toilets and waste, and then it went to throwing it in the streets with buckets. Yeah. Yeah. Monique says that is perfect, and Mom Maggie says I need the Panther Spirit today. Yes, well, that is the one that we pulled. So, all right, we're gonna start with we've been talking for half an hour, so I'm going to start with our 30-minute purple teapot. It is silent. Oh, I never ended our poll. Looks like 85% are looking to participate in camp, which is a solid number of us. Okay. All right. Mom Maggie is headed to town. Be blessed and happy productivity. Yes, same, and drive safe. All right. So let's do this. So 30 minutes, and make sure that you save. Make sure that you have whatever document or documents that you want to work on up. If you're going to be doing productivity, that is fine as well. Just make sure that you have something to, one, save your document, two, take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, if you need a break, take one. There we go. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the first sprint. There we go. It was the first sprint. Sorry, I have to write this down because otherwise I'm going to forget. Okay. I think that is sufficient for now. What does that bring me to? $440. Nice. I missed the triple 4, but that's okay. Don't forget to save. And I put a little, I put another poll in the chat because I'm curious. I've made a couple of vision boards before, but and I suppose that the Kanban board is kind of in a way a vision board, but not quite. It doesn't have like the pictures of what you were trying to create for yourself. But so mood boards, vision boards, I don't know, like collages, you know, whatever you want to call them. How often do you make them, if you make them? So I have, because I know some people do them annually. So they do them like at the very beginning of the year and it's for the whole year. I've heard of a couple of people who do them quarterly or like first half, second half of the year. I just like, I'm curious as to sort of like when you choose to do that for yourself, how often, type of thing. So, so I have some options in the poll for you. Not very many, but just, you know, a few. So if you would like to participate in that poll, and I'll give you a few minutes to do that before we talk about it. So Monique and Mama Maggie were pulling wands. Okay. 7 of Wands inverted for Monique. Maggie pulled the 9 and 10 of Wands this morning. Yeah, feeling overburdened and yeah. Your current word count is 88,440. However, you're adding to this action scene in 23. So should be able to add a little bit to that. CB just called your mother because it's your birthday today. She's in Cancun right now on vacation. Nice. And Laura is here. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're well. I know I caught you on Phoebe's. Shoot, I think I missed your stream last night, the one evening. I did. I'm sorry. I'll have to go back and watch that. I've been trying to catch up, especially for this past weekend was the AuthorTube writing conference. So I've been trying to catch up on everything that I was missing. Ashley says, hi, hello. This is in regards to my drink. Laura says, are you drinking the blood of your enemies? Shaken with the tears of your victim. I said, absolutely, with cranberry raspberry flavoring, because it's, you know, cranberry raspberry. I said stirred, not shaken, because I like to watch the little mini whirlpool, you know. Laura says, it sucks the hopes and dreams away from those who cause torment. I mean, if it works, it works. Monique says, you used to create vision boards, but you kind of fell off of that after debunking The Secret. I've never read The Secret. I know that a lot of people have. I know a lot of people swear by it, but I also know that there's just a lot of people who have that visual. They like to be reminded of themselves of what it is that they are working towards. And some people do that better visually rather than auditorially. Because you can do it when you like say the words to yourself as affirmations. But some people do it better visually. So you finished chapter 23. Excellent. It was really short, but it had a very big action set piece and a big movement, or big moment, excuse me. Stacy says, I don't think I ever created a vision board unless it was in school under another name, so like collages sometimes. Because is it really all that different from a poster board presentation? Not really. Generally it looks a little bit more chaotic from what I understand. But it seems like 75% rarely or never create vision boards. 16 people do it whenever you feel like. 8% do it once a year, and nobody here seems to do it once a quarter, at least on the poll. Laura says, I create a vision board for the year for fun. You also create mood boards for your novel length stories. And when you do your mood boards, do you do them physically or do you do them digitally? Because I know a lot of people have like Pinterest mood boards, but then there's some people who still do it by hand. Rachel says vision boards whenever I get into a new project as well as quarterly. So that's kind of like whenever you want, whenever you feel like it. Monique says, I like using the Kanban board template on Notion and aesthetic collages for your novels, but that's about it. Gotcha. Ashley says, I feel like I haven't been one of your sprints before. That's because I haven't been here in what feels like forever. For sure. And also you say, I hope she has fun in Cancun. I hope CB's mom also has fun in Cancun. You finished listening to a new chapter that you wrote. I have heard, I haven't done this for my big projects or anything, but I have heard that this is one of the best ways to catch typos, as well as to catch sort of like pacing things, is to listen to it read back to you, because then when it stumbles over a word, you can take a look at it and see, oh, is this a typo that I made? Yes. Okay, let me fix this. But also, like, if you start zoning out because things aren't happening, then you know that the pacing is an issue, things like that. So I've heard that this is like one of the best ways to help with your editing. So yeah. Laura says, my vision board is just for fun, helps me decide what I want to accomplish and focus on throughout the year. Decide on what projects to do for Nano's vacations. Do you want to start querying again, etc.? Gotcha. Okay. But it's sort of like it is that year overview type thing. Yes. Ayani is here. Hello. Welcome. Maya says, I think vision boards for goals can feel daunting to you sometimes, so you haven't done it in a while. You need to be in the right headspace to do it. Gotcha. Stacy says, ooh, cake sounds good. Cake does sound good. What kind of cake are we talking? Mom brought home a lemon meringue pie. It's not cake, but it is pie. And it's lemon meringue. So it's like, yes, that tang. I do love it. So, did I say lemon meringue or key lime? She brought home a key lime pie. I think I said lemon meringue, but it's key lime. It still has like a little bit of meringue on top, but not like all the way over. So CB got 277 words at a time. Excellent. Stacey says, dang it, I'm getting very hungry for sweet treats. Laura says, your mood boards are digital in Canva. You utilize Canva's photos, commissioned character art, and some things that you draw yourself. Nice. Laura says, I think I have cake mix in the cupboard. Well, in that case, during this sprint, everybody needs to decide whether or not you want to have cake or pie, because apparently that's the route we're going down today. I know we have an angel food cake mix. I think we have a German chocolate, because Mom always has a German chocolate ready to go, just in case, because that's one of her go-tos for like taking to church things, is a German chocolate cake. So I know we've got angel food. I know we've got German chocolate. I'm pretty sure we might have one red velvet left. And we don't have a graham cracker crust already made, but we have one of those like nut alternative ones left because she got them on sale. She got one buy one get one, and it was okay. Like I think we have either a pecan or a walnut left, and it's okay. But we also have some pudding that could be slapped in there to make a pudding pie. So, you know. So Stacy's favorite pie is butterscotch pie. Maya is excited about cake, and Laura says cupcakes. Cupcakes are awesome too because, yes, because always. Maya says, not that I'm having any, but that would be my choice. Monique made Rice Krispie treats yesterday. Stacy says, my oven doesn't work, at least not well enough for baking. Well, in that case, you could do either a pudding pie. So if you have graham cracker crust or graham crackers to make a crust, and then pudding doesn't necessarily need the oven. I know you can make sort of like single serve, like mug cakes in the microwave. I've never found one that's like a great recipe. But yeah, but they do exist. Okay, let's do another sprint because now I want to go see what cakes we have. But also I need to write. So I'm going to scroll our long teapot down to a 30-minute. Or at least as close to a 30-minute as I can get. And then, okay. Am I sharing this? Yes, I am. Okay, great. All right, and second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that is writing adjacent and you would like to do some promo for yourself, please do so in the chat. Just remember that if you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. That being said, please do practice your self-promo and marketing as long as it is writing adjacent. All right, so 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is that you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That was the second sprint. I started working on fixing some, listing out some things that I need to fix for one of my alliterative title short stories. So I think the last time that I had a stream, I might have been working on The Harpy and the Hellhound. I know one of the last few times I've been working on that one. Anyway, so I was making some notes for both that one and then also for the Golem and the Gorgon, which is one of the other alliterative titles that I'm going to be creating some short stories for, just to kind of have like a brain break in some ways for myself from like Chimera Moon and that series, as well as my Murder and Mayhem series. But anyway, I have all the series in the works, y'all. All the series. Anyway, so working on plausibility for things happening in the Golem and the Gorgon. Because essentially I want another sort of like meet cute thing. Like the Harpy and the Hellhound are meeting at anger management classes. So how are the Golem and the Gorgon going to meet? And so like my brain was telling me like maybe at an open house for like property. And like somehow their appointments for viewing the house got sort of like overlapped. Not sure if I'm going to play with mirrors or not in terms of like how they're meeting. Maybe that's what saves the real estate agent. I don't know. But anyway, so essentially the Gorgon can turn people to stone, but since the Golem was already originally stone, doesn't have an impact on him. So I'm trying to decide if I like the idea of like them meeting at an open house, or if I want to have them meet elsewhere. So I'm trying to decide. Like I don't think it's as cute at the moment as the Harpy and the Hellhound meeting at anger management. So yeah, so I'm not real sure. Anyway, so I'm making some notes for things to try out with this particular meet cute and trying to see if I like this setting or if I should change it to something else. If so, what? Because it's like, I mean, the Harpy and the Hellhound kind of, both of them having anger and sort of like fierceness vibes to them. That makes sense. A Gorgon and Golem both have stone in common, so I don't know if I should go with something else. And so something related to stones in order to have them meet cute. But then I'm like, okay, so what is it? Do they meet at like a rock sauna? I don't know. Because having them meet at a quarry doesn't make any sense. Or does it? I don't know. That's what I'm playing around with, is in my brain, like how is this particular meet cute supposed to happen? Anyway, so I'm having some issues with that. So I may move on to a different one just for now. But anyway, okay, so we've got about 10 minutes. We can do a little short 10-minute sprint, right? Nope, wrong one. Here we go. Corgi. There you are. A rock concert. True. Yes. That might be Stones that hum as the wind blows through them. Okay, see that? That has potential. That has potential. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I might play around with that. Yes, thank you, Laura. And in the meantime, let's have some cute corgi in terms of all right. Thanks for visiting, Tai, and hopefully you got some work done too. All right, so here we go. 10 minutes, and don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip if you haven't done so recently. Straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check, and make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 10 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I managed to get 159 words during that sprint. And I also thought of a potentially better idea than the open house, I think, for my Gorgon and Golem to meet. So I think I'm probably going to go with this, at least for now. But the Gorgon is selling gemstones because she accidentally like mixed them. Um, and the Golem needs to eat gemstones. I thought maybe about like having he needs them for like to change out his heart when they get used up somehow. I don't know. But I thought maybe just he needs to eat them. And I think that would be more appropriate. And then he can just like, say that her gemstones are delicious and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be something about this is going to be in the story. And so perhaps they meet at like a wholesale gem show. Or Stacy says gym shows, heck, just a gym store, right? I could do this as well. He comes in and like wants to buy everything. Yeah. Could definitely do that. But yeah, I like this idea better than the like meeting at the at an open house and just like, yeah. So he can come back for more gems. Yeah, he could buy one or two, go out to his car, taste them, and then come running back in and like want to buy all her inventory or something. Yeah. So does he eat her exes that she starts to sell? I mean, it could be an idea for sure. But I'm not sure about that yet. So I'm trying to just like get some meet cutes, like get some sort of like process of getting a little bit faster and a little bit more completed storylines going, just to kind of like get myself through that process more often. But yeah, so CB got 591 words in total for the stream. Excellent, good. Yes, I do have a sprint scheduled for Monday at 1 o'clock. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to, I am going to spend a little bit more time like looking for the new job that will actually work. So I don't know if I will have as many streams as I normally have when I am not working, because I feel like real guilt and sort of like spiral guilt about the whole job situation when I'm looking for a job. So I don't think I'll have as many of my normal streams as I would, but I will have some streams because I do want to get some work done. A gym store means he can kind of treat it like a grocery store. Yeah, he'll be back like every every couple days, that kind of stuff. So yeah. All right. Just think if she has like bugs or spiders that come into the house, she can just turn them into stone. It'll be great. Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of where I am. I'm making some changes for the Gorgon and the Golem story. Still haven't decided which one I want to come first in the title, but we'll decide on that later. So yeah. All right, y'all, don't forget to save, and I will see y'all on Monday. Yeah, what does jade taste like? Or onyx tourmaline could be fun. Could be very fun, yes. All right. I will see y'all soon, hopefully, and don't forget to save and have fun while you're writing. All right, bye.